What if I told you an asteroid was once aimed at Earth, and now it might hit the moon instead? Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? But this is real, and it's happening right now. Asteroid 2024 YR4 went from being a potential global threat to becoming a lunar headline. So what changed? Could this impact actually happen? And what would it look like if it did? Buckle up, because today, we're diving into a cosmic story filled with surprises. Would you watch the moon get hit live if you could? Let's find out what's going on, together. Discovery and initial Earth threat. Imagine waking up to the news that a newly discovered asteroid, yes, fresh out of deep space, is heading our way with a real possibility of striking Earth. That's exactly what happened on December 27, 2024, when astronomers from the Atlas Telescope project in Chile spotted something strange. An object moving fast and close. They named it Asteroid 2024 YR4, and within hours early tracking data showed something that sent ripples through the global space community, a 3.1% chance of hitting Earth in 2032. Now, you might think, 3.1%? That's low. But when it comes to space rocks with the power of nuclear bombs, even 1% is enough to set off alarm bells. Scientists placed it at level 3 on the Torino Impact Hazard Scale, which basically means it's time to start watching this thing closely. The asteroid wasn't small either. Estimates placed it somewhere between 130 to 300 feet wide, about the size of a football field. That might not sound world-ending, but make no mistake, a rock that size slamming into Earth at tens of thousands of miles per hour could destroy a whole city, or worse, cause global aftershocks. People were comparing it to the Tunguska event of 1908, where an asteroid flattened 800 square miles of Siberian forest. And guess what? YR4 had the potential to be even bigger. The space world held its breath. What was this thing? Where did it come from? And was it really on a collision course with us? Revised trajectory and moon impact probability. But here's where the story takes a wild turn. As more telescopes locked onto 2024 YR4, especially the ultra-precise eyes of NASA and ESA, it became clear that our worst fears might not come true. With each new data point and trajectory calculation, the chances of a direct Earth impact dropped, and after weeks of number crunching and celestial math, scientists revised their conclusion: Earth is safe, at least from this one. But before we could all relax, a new twist emerged. While it might not hit Earth, there's now a 3.8% chance it could crash into the moon on December 22, 2032. Wait, what? The moon? You read that right. Our quiet, familiar lunar companion might be in the crosshairs. And while the chances still aren't high, they're enough to keep astronomers wide-eyed. Because here's the fun part, if it hits the moon, we might actually see it happen. The impact could be so bright it's visible from Earth with just binoculars or even the naked eye depending on the angle. And unlike Earth, the moon doesn't have an atmosphere to protect it. So if YR4 strikes, it's going to hit hard, creating a fresh crater and lighting up the sky in a moment no one would forget. From Earth danger to lunar fireworks show, this asteroid just keeps rewriting its own story. Physical characteristics of 2024 YR4. Let's talk about what this asteroid actually looks like. Because 2024 YR4 isn't just another space rock, it's weird. Unlike most asteroids, which are typically potato-shaped or jagged boulders tumbling through space, YR4 is shaped more like a hockey puck, a flat, disc-like object spinning rapidly in the void. Sounds cool, right? But there's more. This thing completes a full rotation every 20 minutes. That's insanely fast for something that's roughly 200 feet wide. Think about it. A rock hurtling through the solar system, spinning like a top, at breakneck speed. It's almost like the universe threw a frisbee and it hasn't stopped flying yet. Its strange shape and spin made it incredibly hard for early telescopes to get a clear read. But with the help of infrared scans and spectral data, scientists determined it's made mostly of silicate rock, which places it in the S-type asteroid family. These stony bodies are common in the inner asteroid belt, but seeing one with such a flattened structure and wild rotation is rare. And that rotation? It's not just for show. A fast spin like that can affect an asteroid's trajectory, making it wobble slightly or even shift direction due to a phenomenon called the Yarkovsky effect, where heat from the sun subtly nudges it over time. It's another reason scientists were watching it so closely. YR4's unique physics could help us understand more about how asteroids behave and how they might surprise us in the future. Potential impact effects on the moon. So let's imagine what happens if asteroid 2024 YR4 actually hits the moon. First of all, boom! We're talking about an object traveling at nearly 17 kilometers per second, or about 38,000 miles per hour. That kind of impact? It would unleash energy equivalent to over 5 megatons of TNT, roughly 340 times the blast of the Hiroshima bomb. And since the moon has no atmosphere to slow it down, there'd be no fiery trail, no slow burn, just instant impact. Within seconds, a crater up to 2 kilometers wide could form on the lunar surface. That's big enough to be seen by telescopes here on Earth. It might even reflect sunlight in a way that creates a visible flash across our night sky. And here's the kicker: because of the moon's stillness, no wind, no rain, no tectonic shifts, that crater would last for millions of years. If 2024 YR4 lands its punch, it will leave a scar that future generations of skywatchers and maybe even moon settlers will be able to see. Scientists are already preparing instruments and observation plans to capture the event if it happens. It could give us a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness a real impact in real time. Not only would it be visually spectacular, but it would also offer priceless data on impact physics, crater formation, and lunar geology. In short, it wouldn't just be a show, it'd be a major leap for science. Scientific significance and monitoring efforts. Asteroid 2024 YR4 didn't just give us a scare, it gave us a wake-up call. You see, every time an object like this appears on our radar, it becomes a real-time test of our planetary defense systems. And guess what? This time, we passed with flying colors. Within just days of spotting YR4, astronomers around the world collaborated to track its movement, refine its orbit, and analyze its composition. From ground-based telescopes to space-based giants like NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, everyone jumped in. It was like a global emergency drill, only it was real, and it worked. What makes this even cooler is how much we learned in the process. YR4's unusual spin and shape challenged our models, forcing scientists to refine prediction methods and asteroid classification techniques. The Yarkovsky effect, which normally plays a subtle role in asteroid movement, became a major factor in YR4's shifting trajectory. So every new calculation improved not just this case, but our whole understanding of how asteroids behave over time. It's like we leveled up our defense game. And don't forget the public engagement. People were actually interested in this space rock, sharing updates, tuning into live streams, and asking real questions. That kind of awareness is rare outside big eclipses or Mars landings. YR4 wasn't just a potential threat, it was a unifier, pulling the global scientific community and curious minds together for one cosmic puzzle. Final thoughts. In the end, asteroid 2024 YR4 may never touch the moon, and it certainly won't hit Earth. But it's already made its impact. Not by crashing into anything, but by sparking curiosity, conversation, and a serious look at how we watch the skies. It reminded us that space is still wild, full of fast-moving surprises and strange objects that can appear almost overnight. And it showed us that we're not helpless. With the right tools, teamwork, and technology, we can spot these things, study them, and prepare, even when the unexpected happens. Honestly, it's kind of inspiring. Plus, there's something poetic about it, don't you think? A rock drifting alone for millions of years suddenly becomes the center of our attention. Not because of destruction, but because of wonder. If it does hit the moon, it won't be a disaster. It'll be a once-in-a-lifetime event. A cosmic fireworks show that lights up the sky and gets millions of people to just look up. Maybe it's a reminder that in a universe so vast, we're still connected to every little rock flying through it. So keep your eyes on the sky. Because even something as small as a spinning space pebble can remind us how amazing and unpredictable this universe truly is. Thanks for joining me on this journey through space and mystery. Asteroid 2024 YR4 may not hit Earth, but it sure gave us a story worth telling. If you enjoyed exploring the cosmos with me, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from InnoVision Tech Arabic. What would you do if we could witness a moon impact live? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to hear them.